Well, hello, a very warm welcome to episode number 63. 63 of Tuesday at 2. 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. British Time, and 8 p.m. Central European Time. That's where the bulk of my viewers are from. Welcome to my Tuesdays at 2, where I, Martin Buckland, share my 26 years of vast knowledge in executive career management. Anything from resume, CV writing, personal branding, job search, introduction to recruiters. The list goes on and on and on. So I'm certified in many of those and I love what I do. I actually have the best job in the world, but you can have the second best. So, what we're going to talk about today is very interesting. Job search myths. Job search myths. Many people are in their career transition, i.e., unemployed, looking for a job far longer than they should be, just simply because they don't know how to job search. But first of all, may I invite you to ask questions. Please put your questions in the comment box and I will answer them as we go through the Tuesdays at 2. So I'm here for you. Please ask any questions. It doesn't have to be related to today's topic. Have we got any questions coming in? No, not right now. But ask questions, and then I'm more than happy to answer them. Please don't stop asking questions. I encourage questions. So the first one of these job search myths, and it's a big one. It is a very, very big one. It's a sad one because people put all their eggs in one basket and it doesn't work. So number one, job boards will bring success. A lot of people think that purely job boards are the way to search. That is a wrong attitude to have. Job boards only doesn't matter where you are in the world, in the percentile of the overall 100% jobs that are available, does vary country to country, but you need to remember that job boards aren't the be all and end all. In fact, they're a very slim minority of the jobs that are available to you. Doesn't matter where you are in the world right now. Here in Canada, it's actually shocking. About 8 to 9% of jobs are on job boards. 12% are through executive recruiters. The rest are hidden. So don't put all your job search hours into using the job boards. Yes, use them as a part of the overall job search strategy, your job search plan, but don't put all your eggs in one basket. Now, I would suggest you be very prudent in applying as well. Don't apply sending off thousands of resumes. It's actually best to send off 10 targeted resumes than it is 10,000 untargeted, or where you don't have the skill set for that particular job. You are wasting your time, plus you're demoralizing yourself, plus you are wasting the human resource or the other decision maker at the other end, their time. So don't put all your eggs in one basket. Job boards can bring you success. I've had many clients who found their next opportunity as a result of being on a job board, but it's not the be all and end all. So if you take nothing else from this Tuesdays at 2, remember you need to get out and hunt the hidden market. Now, if you go to my YouTube channel, you can find some videos on how to untap those opportunities in the hidden market. And a couple of my previous Tuesdays at 2 has talked about that. So hidden jobs are out there. They are big. Depends on the country, but they are the vast number of jobs that are available to you right this minute. Number two, excuse me, I can relax. So people think, oh, no, I've now been laid off or terminated. I got plenty of time on my hands. Let me tell you something. It's like anything. The more effort you put into a job search, the more rewards will come your way. So you need to embrace your job search as a full time, yes, a full time gig. 8 hours is good, but if you do 10 or even 12 hours, the opportunities start to open and you will get more traction. More hours, more opportunities come your way. Don't be a couch potato and think, I'm going to relax. Doesn't work. Jobs don't fall into your lap. You have to go out and seek them. So be proactive. If you are in career transition, i.e., unemployed, the more hours you put in, the better it's going to be. So treat it as a full time job. So, number two, I can relax is a myth. Number three, a cover letter is not important. Now, that is open for debate many, many times. I know career decision makers who don't even read a cover letter, but I know other career decision makers who read cover letters upside down, back to front, inside out. So you need to have a cover letter. It's like the old Boy Scouts motto, be prepared. Have a cover letter. If they put it in the recycle bin, that's not your problem, that's their problem. They don't want to use it, but you need to be prepared because you don't want to be counted out just simply because you don't have a cover letter. Because lots of hiring authorities still read cover letters. So a cover letter takes you from today forward, and it's written in the personal pronoun, and a resume takes you from today, or CV takes you from today backwards. So it is a myth. A cover letter is not important. It is. It's very important to many, many people. So make sure you have a cover letter. Myth number 4, the more resumes sent, the more interviews. To a certain degree, it's a numbers game, but you need to be targeted. As I've said many, many, many times on Tuesdays at 2, you are a product. You are selling yourself. So don't go out and litter the world with your resume, your CV. It's actually better to be target marketing. So those salespeople who are listening today will tell you that they get their best opportunity from target marketing, selecting their potential clients through research, due diligence, and then targeting the people they want to go and sell their product or their service to. The same applies to your job search. It's very simple. Be targeted in your approach. Don't be like this or that. Be very, very specific, like a bullseye. And if that bullseye doesn't work, then you go a little bit further out. And if that doesn't work, then you go a little bit further out. But you need to target market. So sending out voluminous amounts of resumes really doesn't work. And read, if you're applying online, read the job description. It's no use you applying if you've got less than about 90% of the skills or the attributes or whatever they're looking for. So, as I say, it's a waste of your time and it's a waste of their time. And you will get really frustrated, demoralized because you're not getting any return. So, the return will come by having targeted objectives, targeted at particular companies where you want to go and work for. That is the way you're going to get your next job. So, myth number 4, the more resumes sent out, the more interviews. Probably not. Number 5, lowering salary makes me more attractive. You know what? In today's economy, where hiring is the best I have seen it, doesn't matter where you are in the world, here in Canada, in the US, UK, mainland Europe, even in Asia and other parts of the world. Hiring is very, very good, very robust. So why, in a good hiring economy, why should you reduce your salary? It's not, you don't need to. In fact, you can probably elevate your salary because talent is running short. Skill sets like you, people, professionals, are running short in the bulk of the world, the Western world at least, and Asia and Australia and a few other countries. So make sure you don't devalue yourself. Every one of you has a value. If you are reducing your salary when it comes to the salary negotiations, or you're reducing your expectations when hiring is like real hot, you are devaluing yourself. Don't do that. You don't need to do that. You need to value what you can bring the next employer. And believe it or not, every one of you watching this live and every one of you watching the replay has an outstanding suite of skills that are highly employable today. So you don't need to reduce your salary. It's also a sign of desperation. So, number 5, lowering salary makes me more attractive. Yeah, companies always want to save money, but it's not good for you. And remember that you are in charge of your career. You are the CEO of your career. Number 6, changing careers isn't possible. Today, you can change careers. You can't do a radical change, but you can slip across, slip across, and slip across. And yes, changing careers is perfectly acceptable in a good hiring, recruiting economy like we have now. So don't be frightened to think, I think I would like to do this. As long as it's not way out, you can probably most likely do it. But that's the way perhaps you need to discuss it with your friends, your colleagues, or maybe even a coach, whether you can go from here to there or whether you go from here to there at a later stage. Yes, you can do it, but you also need to change. If you're changing careers, you need to think about maybe some education that goes with that new career. So come on, come forward with some questions. I'm more than happy to answer those questions as we go through this Tuesdays at 2. So number 6 is a myth. Changing careers isn't possible. Yes, it is. Okay, so if you're thinking about changing careers or even changing countries, that is perfectly feasible. I move my clients, I help my clients, I facilitate their moves internationally across the world. So you the viewer, you can move internationally as well as, but not you can't move internationally and change careers. You have to stay in your career if you're going to move countries. But you can do international and you can move careers domestically, internally. Number 6, an executive recruiter will find me a job. That is a total myth. Put that out of your mindset. Executive recruiters don't find you jobs. They have their clients at the other end, and their clients give them a mandate, give them a written mandate, very detailed, very specific, on what they wanting in that particular candidate because they pay a lot of money. Then the recruiter goes out and hunts talent for that. So you need to get on their database. But a recruiter, if you call him today, probably won't answer your call anyway. I want a job. Well, it doesn't work that way. So myth number 7, an executive recruiter will find you a job. Sorry, they won't. But you need to get on their radar so when a job or project, as they call them, comes down with your skill sets and you're on their radar, they will put you in that talent pool. There's been many videos I have on my YouTube channel and prior Tuesdays at 2 talking about how executive recruiters can work for you. and you can help them the other way. It's a two-way street. So number 7 is a myth. An executive recruiter will find you a job. Number 8, this is very interesting. There's a lot of conversation around this. I am over 50. I'm over the hill. I won't find a job. Where I have specialized in, the bulk of my clients are over 50. And even in the most recent recession, the COVID recession, many of them were finding jobs, and many of them got themselves into multiple offer situations. It's your age, yes, we do discriminate, is also a mindset. You haven't come to the end of your life. You've got plenty more to give. You've got plenty more skills, lessons learned than, say, somebody who's 30 or even 40. So put it at the back of your mind that your ageism, yeah, we discriminate because of multiple things. Sadly, color, race, also religion, all sorts of different things. But ageism should be out of your mind, and you can think of the value you can bring being a 50-year-old or even a 60-year-old, or let me say it, a 65-year-old. Yes, 65 are getting themselves multiple interviews, multiple job offers. Why? It's because they've got rid of that mindset that ageism is a bad thing and it's hindering them from advancing forward. If you do nothing else from this Tuesdays at 2, get your age out of your mind if you are over 50. Be honest. They're going to see you sometime. So when your resume, tell a compelling story on your accomplishments and give them some idea of your age. So number 8 is a myth. I am over 50. I'm over the hill. No, you are not. Number 9, a job search is quick. This is a complete myth. However, let me come back on that. Sometimes you can get land within a few weeks or even a few days. If it's an interim management position, which is very hot right now, you can be called today and you can be on your desk or wherever, working from your home tomorrow, Thursday or Friday, or even next week. So interim management is fast recruiting. But normally a job search is a long process. So I said earlier, talking about you can't relax. You need to spend this as a full-time gig. Your job search is a full-time position until you get yourself into another chair at another employer. So treat it as a full-time gig. So it's like anything. The more you put into it, the more opportunities will come your way. So a job search can vary between a few weeks and, dare I say it, a year. Be prepared. Have your finances prepared because it can be very long. It can also be play on your mind. It can be very frustrating. Sadly, so many people show their desperation, show their frustration in their job search. Leave that out. We are only going to hire people who've got positive attitude, who want to go for it and display their passion, their skill sets. So anybody got any questions? I can see there's people viewing. Anybody got any questions? Please put them in the comments below. I'm more than happy to answer them as we go through. So number 9, a job search is quick. That is a complete myth. Number 10, I am the perfect candidate. I will pass the ATS. Yeah, you may be the perfect candidate, but does your resume pass that ATS scanning system? I've talked many times on Tuesdays at 2, and if you go to my YouTube channel, there are many videos on ATS, applicant tracking system, scanning software that screen your resume when it's put into that machine. So if your resume isn't ATS friendly, you sadly are decreasing your chances of being called for an interview by tenfold, by 20-fold, by 30-fold. Make sure you have an ATS friendly resume CV. So, yes, you may be the perfect candidate, but if you haven't got an ATS friendly resume CV, you're probably not going to get a call. How sad is that? So, we got one question coming in. Let me just put on my glasses and let me see who that is. Kareem, thanks a lot for this video. I have a question. If I love one position and my previous experience is not in the same field, but I see myself will be fit enough for this position, how can I make my CV accepted? Wow, that's a very good question. That's quite an intricate question. So let me repeat that. It comes from Kareem. Thanks a lot for this video. I have a question. If I love one position and my previous experience is not in the same field, but I see myself will be a fit enough for this position, how can I make my CV accepted? Whew, that's a tough one. Please don't apply if you have anything less than, say, 90% of what they're looking for. It's a waste, as I say, a waste of your time. It's a waste of their time, and you will get demoralized. But you can put those in the skill set or the core competencies section, which I call it. That's your business skills, your functional skills, your industry specific skills, not your soft skills, but your hard skills, your business skills. Make sure you put the skills, providing you have them, don't falsify, don't lie, make sure you have them, and then put them in the core competency section of your resume. And that way you will increase your chance. And then copy or put in the introduction, the soft skill summary about yourself. Put your some of the soft skills that they're looking for. Try and match it. Now, if they've got some in your stories, your accomplishment-driven stories, you need to match what they're looking for. So have some of the stories that you believe will entice them, will make them want to pick up the phone and give you a call. But make sure you have an ATS resume, and I will start networking with key decision makers in that particular company using LinkedIn and the other platforms, because networking works. It's huge. Networking is going to bring you huge value when you're gainfully employed and when you're in career transition. So number 10 is a myth. I am the perfect candidate. I'll pass the ATS. You won't pass the ATS if you think mindset you are the perfect candidate and you don't have an ATS friendly resume. Number 11, I'll get a response from each application. I love that drive. I love that ambition. But you won't get a response from every single thing you apply for. There are so many, it's like a jigsaw. One piece out and that jigsaw won't be complete. So you might have that, what you think is that you're the perfect candidate, but there's one piece of that jigsaw is out. You won't sadly get a response to every application. It's just not feasible. But I love that ambition, that drive. You have to conquer the fear of rejection, because yes, you are going to get rejected. You're not going to win every time. But the more work you put into it, the closer you are to a win. Look at it that way. So think about, you are the perfect candidate and you're going to get multiple responses, but you won't get responses for everything. Sadly, no. I wished you would, But otherwise, job search would be obsolete, and everybody would be applying and getting their job for every time they apply. So number 11, number 12. I don't need a LinkedIn profile. I heard this the other day. Actually, I've heard it twice this week. Now, this is really disturbing to me as a career management practitioner. If you haven't got a LinkedIn profile, you, the viewer and the repeat viewer, you are committing career suicide. I'm that tough on it. You need to have a LinkedIn profile, because the first thing they do when they receive your resume is they go on your LinkedIn. If you don't have a LinkedIn, what message is that going to send to the person at the other end, the hiring authority? Secondly, they are searching for you, your talent, on LinkedIn as I'm presenting this Tuesdays at 2. You need to be on LinkedIn. It's a huge tool to go and source candidates. So you need to be on LinkedIn. Again, there are many videos on my YouTube channel and in previous Tuesdays at 2 talking about the massive value that LinkedIn will bring you. So that sort of wraps it up. Anybody got any other questions? Hopefully I answered your question, Kareem. If I didn't, please come back on and put another comment in, and I can try and answer it again maybe in a different way. But I'm here for you. If anybody's got any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them for free. I'm here, and I can share my knowledge, my vast knowledge on job search, resumes, personal branding, how to introduce to executive recruiters. The list goes on and on and on. Anybody got any questions? I'm going to run through these very fast, so then you can get them again. So the 12 points for job search myths. The 12 job search myths. Number 1. Job boards will bring you success. Number 2, I can relax. Number 3, a cover letter is not important. Number 4, the more resumes sent, the more interviews. Number 5, lowering salary makes me more attractive. Number 6, changing careers isn't possible. Number 7, an executive recruiter will find me a job. Number 8, I am over 50. I am over the hill. Number 9, a job search is quick. Number 10, I am the perfect candidate. I'll pass the ATS. Number 11, I'll get a response to each application. And finally, number 12, I don't need a LinkedIn profile. These are my 12 job search myths. So I see some questions coming in. Let me just have a look. Another question from Timothy. Much food for thought. The most surprising thing you've said today is the minimum 90% match of skills. So there you go. Yeah. So you need to have the skills. I mean, they're looking for. They're going to hire you by your skills. They're not going to hire you because you live in a certain town or whatever. They're going to hire you because they need your skills right this minute, today or tomorrow. So make sure you have the right skills and you match those skills to the job you apply for. Thanks very much, Timothy. So anybody got any other questions? I'm more than happy to answer any questions while I'm online. I'm back here every Tuesday at 2 Eastern Standard Time. But I'd be happy to answer any of your questions while you're online right now. Anything to do with career management. I am here. 90%. Yeah, well, I mean, you maybe go down to 85%, but the further you go down, the less skills you have, the less chances you're going to get to have your resume or your a call for an interview. They can hire people with almost 100% of those skills. So why should they hire somebody with less than 90% when there are people applying or whatever with 100% of those skills? They want those skills right this minute, because they want to ramp up. Once you're recruited, they want you to ramp up in a few days. They want you to perform. They want you to fill that function, that vacancy, if it's a vacancy or a new job, straight away. There are lots of new appointments coming down now because companies are expanding. And as we get closer to 2022, hiring will get even better because budgets will then come down and more people will be hired. So that's very good. So let me just see what Timothy said here. Understood. Thank you, Martin. Yeah. So I hope you've got some idea of job search myths. Eliminate those job search myths because you don't want to be in career transition for very long. Yeah, you are going to be in it for a certain period, but the more myths you have on board up here, the more you're going to be in career transition. So I'm going to tell you that for more information, please go to my YouTube channel, type in my name, you go to my YouTube channel, and please subscribe and press the bell button where you will be notified of all the future, and there's a lot more coming, a lot more videos to do with career management across the board. And if anybody wants a free, no obligation, no sales pitch resume critique, I'm more than happy to provide it. I'm going to type in my email right now, so you can send me your resume for a free critique. I'll give you close to 30 minutes of my time to go through your resume from top to bottom, and I will tell you whether it's ATS friendly. So there's my email. If anybody's got any other questions as well, please send me an email. I'm also on LinkedIn. More than happy to answer any questions on LinkedIn. I'm a LinkedIn junkie, self-proclaimed LinkedIn junkie. You need to be on LinkedIn. So that wraps it up for this week. Thanks for attending. Next Tuesdays at 2 the topic is further education. Is it valuable? I'm going to tell you that next week. I'll save that for you. Is further education valuable to your career? So hold fire for a week, 7 days. I will be back next Tuesday at 2. Thanks very much for attending today. Hopefully you've got some good information about those job search myths. Have a great week.